folks, Dirty Dan here. Okay, so unusual start to a video, but today was nice and rainy, and I thought I'd get some cool shots of the rain. Beautiful stuff. Okay, so we're gonna talk about some cool stuff that's coming within the next few weeks. Well, some stuff is gonna be longer term projects, but we've got quite a few custom projects to talk about because that's become more of an interest lately. Now, there is quite a few more restoration projects than the ones I'm going to show, but they're all just kind of, they're not super interesting. They're a lot more of just more bland engines and such. So that's what I'll be showing. You know, you'll get to see those as those come out. Yeah, actually, while we're here, this is like the abandoned, well, not abandoned, but this is the shelf that doesn't get a lot of attention. So I'll kind of move out of the way just so you guys can see some of the cool stuff. Here's the Erie F units. These are here. The A-Team set, which I restored quite a while back. The Hostler Collection, a 440. My AF Hudson. The American Flyer GP9 thing. A Spirit 76 consist. And quite a few other pieces. There's actually 3 different trolleys down here, which are really cool, including the very first trolley Taiko ever made. Cool piece. As well as what I believe to be one of the rare Taiko C430 variants. I keep this guy over here for safekeeping, but he's probably going to get moved soon. So, besides that, let's talk about some cool stuff. So, recently, in the last video I had uploaded about the Lima 282, some of you may have spotted at the end of the video, there was this Little Rascal at the end of the video. Pun intended for those who know. This is a heavily modified Manoa 040. So a lot of folks will remember this was a custom project done by me that I haven't really showcased, and I haven't thought of exactly how I want to showcase it yet. But I had bought the engine originally at a train show for about $40. It was in very poor condition. Maybe I'll throw up some pictures of it. But I saved a lot from when I was building it. And it's going to be lettered. It has yet to be lettered. See, that's the reason I'm waiting to make a video on it. I haven't put the lettering on it. But it's actually lettered for a fictional railroad based on a real railroad called the Unity Railway. Now, originally I was going to build a layout for it, but there's some plans that are kind of in the debating phase. So, some ideas being thrown in the air about this guy. But beautiful little engine. So I spent a lot of time on it, and I just haven't gotten around to showcasing it yet. As well as my I-1 Decapod. That thing has been shown here and there, but that will eventually get its video. But yeah, this guy is here, so I wanted to really show you guys what it looks like. Once I get the lettering, you guys will probably see a video. This is actually the Unity Railway's number 3. It's the Little Rascal. Well, you know, that's why the pun. But it's a cool little engine, and I'm very happy with it. You can see I even added a little cab figure on the side. But one of my more interesting little custom projects. Mano engines are always fun to customize. So next up, we'll talk about all the, because I actually have 3 Unity Railway engines we're going to talk about. So this is the engine I'm currently searching on parts for. This is the Unity Railway's number 1. This is an Aristocrat Camelback that has begun to be heavily modified. It has a drive, but it's not installed at the moment. I've been doing a lot of work to this thing. It was in very poor condition when I first got it. There is a lot I am currently trying to buy that has the parts that I need to finish this. I need the 2 air, well, I have the 2 air tanks, and I need the roof that goes over the back, and I need a set of cylinders. Originally, I was going to 3D print some, but I just don't have the skills at the moment. I would rather see this thing get finished than spend a million years on 3D printing stuff. So, I'm going to go with some original cylinders once I find some, because that's going to be the better solution, I'd say. But yeah, this guy's here. So, it doesn't have a really name, but it's here. And you can actually see I'll show you guys, you know, the cylinders on it are just there for display. You can see a lot more of the work I've done to the front of it. So, yeah, that is something I'm not sure when it's going to get a video. These custom things are like things I don't normally make videos on. That's why I'm showing to you guys right now. They will all get their dedicated videos. Believe it or not, the entire Unity Railway roster, the other engine is sitting over there, but that's something I haven't quite decided. It's literally just a roundhouse 060. I'm going to repaint and put a different tender behind, but that's about it. That's the Unity Railways #2. So this, my friends, is probably the most unique. Well, I don't know. It's honestly kind of a tie, but it's a really cool. Okay, well, it's just a shell anyway, so it's really not going to get banged up or anything. I stripped all the paint off of it. I had bought the shell, well, the engine, but and originally had no exact plans for it. But then the more I looked at it, the more I came up with ideas. And so I will show you guys the concept sketch I came up with. And just recently I came up with a name. I think that Rufus is the perfect name for the weird hybrid spoked wheel driver diesel switcher of my own design. So basically the entire premise revolves around shortening the cab, taking off the rear toolbox and shortening that, shortening the front platform, and sticking a Bachmann I-10sa drive underneath the thing, with a bunch of added details. So, and a steam engine bell. Weird stuff going on here. So that is all for this thing. You guys can kind of get a better idea with the sketch I had shown. That really showcases what the plan is for this guy. But it's in really early stages of building. Like, it literally has not even, I haven't even touched the chassis of how exactly I want to mount it. It's kind of just like, yeah. So that is it for the custom projects I'm going to talk about for right now. Let's talk about some other things. Here is, oh, looks like one of the stairways fell off. This is going to be just a restoration video. We've got a pretty poor condition Taiko Royal Blue. This is one of a few that I have. Yeah, this guy just needs a restoration and cleanup. It needs a new rear coupler as well. This is one of the engines I had bought along with my River Rossi Atlantic, which unfortunately is already gone to Gopernopper. But he was able to use it. A lot of the parts on it he really needed, and I thought it should go to him. So, you know, we made it out a little trade deal. So, yeah. But this guy will be coming soon. So, and don't forget, I did not forget about Taiko history. With school and work, I am just trying to find the time to make more episodes. It's coming soon. I promise. Soon is a stretch. I should just stop talking. Anyway. Along with that, I got at the hobby shop, I picked up an entire set of Varney, an A, B, and second A. So I got an ABA set of F3s. Now, I was originally planning on painting them into the Bessemer, but I changed my mind. The plan is, because Bessemer never had F3s, and F3s just are different, you know, they're not the same as F7s. So the plan is, as of right now, to paint these guys into a Redding scheme. I'll throw a picture up on screen so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Very interesting scheme, and I like it, and Redding's a cool railroad. I like the Redding. So I think it would be perfect. Now, that's not to say I won't make a restoration on this guy, because the drive itself is in pretty bad shape, and I still have to get it running. And believe it or not, I did some searching around, and the drive actually has zinc rot. If you look real close on that back truck, you just might be able to see it. But it's kind of difficult to see, but the whole trucks themselves have zinc rot, so that's not really helping anything. But I have replacements. So we will get this guy up and running, and I promise. So that will probably be a restoration video. Now, on to the last custom project. There's actually 2 locomotives I'm about to show. One of which was a mistake, sort of. Now, here is a lesson in paying too much for steam locomotives. This is a Manoa 282. I paid $80 for this Manawa 282. I'll come out and say it. I paid way too much, but there is somewhat a reason behind it. So originally when I was looking at the listing photos, I saw that the guy had said it had some sort of sound mechanism in it. That immediately screams Mantua Synchro sound, which is a pretty rare option that some Manawa engines had in their later years that basically put an analog chugging thing in the tender. And they are super cool. And I have seen this exact paint scheme with them. So my instinct was, oh my god, that's one, buy it immediately. Well, instincts are not always right, and you end up buying the engine only to figure out it has a DCC decoder in it. So I spent $80 on a maybe $50 engine, probably not even that. Yeah, but mistakes were made. Dan won the $80 has been missing. So, what's the plan? Well, I'll tell you the plan. Get the damn DCC out of this thing. Shouldn't have DCC in it. Has an original motor. I'm going to restore this thing to fully original condition. That might actually involve repainting the body of the engine because it's been chipping. The tender's in good shape though. But what am I going to do with an extra DCC decoder? Well, that is about to come in. Finally, after probably 2 years, I've finally decided to do a project I've always wanted to. And I'm currently grabbing our basis for the project. Oh, well, that's no good. I broke a, well, we're good. This is the basis for the I-10sa Super Detail project. I know what you're saying. Dan, that thing looks like a rusty turd. Well, it sure does. That's why I bought it. Because you'll notice someone has gone through the trouble of giving it a Manawa drive. And I know someone who makes worm gear holders. I know where to get a motor that will, a good canned motor. I have all of the pieces to finally do a project I've always wanted to do. And that is make a super detailed Bachmann I-10sa with DCC sound and the modern equivalent of a, you know, well, if a company made a modern Reading I-10sa, because no companies offer a good one. And let's be honest, my 2019, the one that I run all the time, needs a break. The rods are near wearing themselves out, and I'd rather just have, I've honestly decided that if I didn't get this, I would probably replace the rods and keep it going, but, which I may do anyway. I would like to have an engine that I can run reliably, which Manawa chassis are bulletproof, so that is no concern. Something that I can have and run for like the rest of my life. So, this is probably another, honestly, this could end up being like a year-long project. I have no idea. It could end up being a very long project. But, and you can see this is not the tender that's going to stay on it. I now have a spare Vanderbilt tender though. So that's nice. But the engine itself is, yeah, it's going to get super detailed. If none of you know what a super detailing is, it's separate piping, many separate details though. It's just making the thing look beautiful. I'm going to have to change a lot about this engine to make it that, but I'm willing to put in the work, and I'm very excited for this project. So, yeah, there you go. And that, folks, is all I have to talk about today. So, that's what's coming. There will be more restorations that I decided, well, not to talk about. But, stay tuned for, well, in the next at least 3 years. That's a good estimate. Rufus, a genuine look at the Little Rascal, the I-10sa project, this damn thing, the F units, and the Royal Blue. So, cool stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed this little look at stuff that's coming. I know this is a weird video. It probably won't even do that good, but hell, I figured I wanted to talk about stuff today. Just to keep you guys entertained, because videos are going to be far and fewer between because I have a job now and I have school. So I have a lot going on in life. And I don't have all the time in the world to make YouTube videos, even though I've been granted a lot more time than usual now to make YouTube videos. But I didn't have enough time to finish an entire video today, like a restoration or something. So I figured the next best thing, I might as well just sit down and talk to the people for the whole video. So, well, that's everything that's coming. And I hope you guys are having a fun Tuesday. I'm certainly going to have a fun Saturday. Fun stuff is happening Saturday. So stay tuned. And I'll see you guys next time.